That right there is habit number 1. Designate a place in your home for donations. A basket, a bin, a shelf, whatever it might be in your home. Mine's in my laundry room. In this video, I'm going to talk about 10 habits like that that are going to help you shift your mindset about stuff from being overwhelmed to overjoyed. I stacked the habits 1 through 10 from easiest to implement to the hardest to implement. And the last 3 are mindset whoppers. So stick with me as we build up. In case you're new here, my name is Erica Lucas, and I share videos about decluttering, minimalism, and simple living. Number 2 is to reverse declutter. This is a habit where you decide what to keep before you decide what to donate or trash or give away or sell. And by looking at a category, a pile, a shelf, a desk, and deciding what to keep from that surface, first makes the decision making a little bit easier, because then you just evaluate anything you didn't keep. And right now I am slowly packaging all of our Christmas decorations that we had out this year, and this is going to get donated. It is a manger scene that's like a wooden manger scene. We have 2. Nobody played with it. So this is going to be donated because I am choosing to keep the other nativity scene and letting go of this one. Number 3 is to name the emotional worth of an item. Is it joy? Is it love? Is it usefulness? Is it gratitude? Is it guilt? Fear? Shame? What is the emotion that is attached to an item that you're trying to get rid of? So for me, it's sneakers. These are my new walking sneakers. Why do I have new walking sneakers? Because these wore out. These actually hurt my the arch of my foot now, whereas before I bought them specifically for that pain and they worked, and I walked so much that these need to be replaced. And then I have these slip-on ones that I use to go outside with the dogs and throw the ball or whatever. I have gratitude for the miles that these shoes have given me, but I also have fear of letting go because they're a backup. They're a just in case item, just in case I can't find these. And that's not a great reason to hang on to something that you have to get out of the way to run the vacuum. That's just one more thing I have to manage and deal with in order to clean or tidy my house. So I need to cling to the feeling of gratitude for what these shoes brought for me and let go of the fear in order to get rid of them using this 3rd habit. And I use this habit all the time. Name what it's making me feel to help me let it go. Number 4 is to remind yourself of your decluttering whys. Why do I want to live with less? Why am I putting myself through this? Why am I decluttering? Why do I want less? Reminding yourself of the reasons. For me, it was I just need less stress and anxiety stemming from clutter. And I need it easier to tidy my house. I need it easier to clean my house. Remembering my decluttering why. I want to spend more time with my children and less time cleaning up my house. But, along with that means that clutter happens. Look behind me. I'm in the middle of a project right now where I'm trying to rehome all these board games onto a different shelf. And so for me, I'm mid-project, and I don't exhaust myself by going until the project is done anymore. I allow myself days to finish something that's kind of big and emotional and time consuming. And that 5th habit of accepting that clutter happens is right smack in the middle of this list, because from this point on, it's going to get a little bit harder with these habits. I thought that minimalism would solve my clutter problem. It didn't. It just made clutter easier to deal with. It didn't cure my home of clutter. And accepting that clutter happens in a household of 5 with 2 dogs meant that I no longer stressed myself or felt guilty when clutter happened. I just made sure that my family understood their responsibility in cleaning up, and that I made it easier for all of us to deal with. Case in point, also packaging up Christmas. So all the Christmas bins are here, which brings me to number 6, declutter regularly. I did not declutter as I unpacked these bins this year. I didn't put everything out that we owned, but as I am repacking all of this stuff for next year, I'm using that as an opportunity to declutter. Look, there's some Christmas stuff right here that needs to get put away or donated. And number 7 is to build organization systems that fit your life for the season of life that you are in. So right now for us in Maryland, it's winter. We need heavy coats, snow boots, warm winter gloves, hats, scarves. This is a very functional closet for us. And I recently decluttered this closet. I'll leave you a link below. It just got out of hand within 6 months. And now it's functional, it's perfect, but it's organized for this season of life. And accepting that it has to be flexible, that every couple of months I have to redo this closet for whatever's going on in our lives. Number 8. Actually, numbers 8, 9, and 10 are whoppers. They're big mindset shifts that take a lot of emotional fortitude and time to build into your life and your routine every day. The first one are daily resets. I have 2 kinds. The first one is just simply to reset the house. All the toys, the art supplies, the books, the board games, all the stuff that got pulled out for the day that did not get put away needs to be put away. This is a charge I put on my children now. They have to tidy up. Every afternoon, we just do it. We all do it together, but they are the owners of that job. My other type of daily reset is where I focus on 1 or 2 rooms a day. And I created myself a checklist to remove the decision-making part of that, where every day I've got a checklist that I'm looking at. And what that means for me is I'm just in there using that opportunity to declutter regularly if I need it, to put things back where they belong, to clean, deep clean anything, pull out furniture, wipe the baseboards, whatever it might be. And I'm just giving that room some extra love on that day with the daily reset. And allow me to stop right here with number 8 and just say that I can only do that now on this side of decluttering, where I have spent years getting rid of thousands of things, to reach a point where I can actually reset my home back to the way we like it in less than 30 minutes. And 4.5 years ago, there is absolutely no way I could do a daily reset on any room in our home. We had too much stuff. In order for me to clean a kitchen counter, I had to remove everything that was stacked on there. And to remove it meant that it needed to go to another service. There were no services available to move things to. I did not clean my house back then the way that I do now. And it's one of the best benefits of decluttering and simple living is to just have less to deal with. It just makes cleaning easier and faster and possible. Habit number 9 is to match decluttering rules with reasons. The 90-90 rule is a terrific rule to use for things that are in your home year-round. So it doesn't apply to seasonal stuff. So let's say cookbooks, toys, mugs, board games, whatever it might be. The 90-90 rule would suggest that if you haven't touched it in 90 days and you're not going to touch it in another 90 days, then maybe it's time to let it go. And number 10 is a big one. It's a whopper. It's why I saved it for last. Allowing emotional space in your heart, your soul, your mind, allowing time to take place, to pass before decluttering. When it's a big decluttering job or an emotional decluttering task, allowing the space and time to get that done is important. No one can force this on you. I have friends who ask me to help them declutter, and I can go and I can help you figure out how to organize stuff, but you have to figure out what you can live with and what you can't live with in your own home. You have to want to own less in order to own less. I can help you get rid of it. I can help you organize it. And I can help you with those things. But the decision of decluttering lives with you. And it has to be your decision. It has to be something you're ready for. And sometimes we need extra time and space, especially for sentimental stuff. Anything that carries guilt for us, financial guilt, gift guilt. Somebody gave you something that you really don't want, but you don't want to get rid of it because it was a gift from a special person. Letting go of those fears and emotions, it takes a lot of time. And in the beginning, there was a lot of shame associated with items for me. I had a ton of shame that I had to let go of in order to be able to let go of items. The shame of the condition of my home, that I couldn't have family and friends there because we had so much stuff and I didn't clean the way I do now. I was so terrified to have someone in my home. And that's shameful for me. It was a shameful feeling that I had to carry, that I had to process and accept as a tool for decluttering, to say, I don't want to feel that way anymore. What do I want to feel? I want to feel joy. I want to feel like someone can knock on my door and come inside and have a cup of coffee with me. I want that feeling. So what's it going to take to get that feeling? And allowing the space and time to process that emotion and use it and learn from it and make decisions in the future for yourself to match that feeling that you do want. It takes a long time, and it's a mindset whopper that it takes a while to teach yourself and accept and get used to. Obstructive, problem level clutter overwhelmed me back in 2019, and then I started doing something about it. Since then, I have decluttered thousands of items, and it's easier now to tidy and clean and sit on this side of the camera and talk to you about those things. So this video here is why I don't want a perfectly tidy and clean house and what I do want instead. So watch that next. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for being here today. Take care.